Hi beer lovers, here we are again.
We're at the Seef Brewery, one of my favorite breweries.
But in fact, Xander, it's not Seef Brewery, it's Antwerp Brew Company.
It's the last brewery in the city of Antwerp.
There are not that many breweries, because last episode we saw that Brewery de Koning is now not brewing anymore in the center of Antwerp. This brewery was founded by Johan van Dijk in 2012.
The family of the famous painter.
No, not exactly, but he founded in 2012, but with the support of 1,000 crowdfunders, he was able to brew this beautiful brewery here at the neighborhood of Het Eilandje.
Yeah, it has a nice atmosphere. Eh? You can drink something, eat something. It's a little bit of a restaurant as well.
Yeah, they do guided tours here, but they also have a brew pub, they have the restaurant, they have here outside where we're sitting now, kind of barbecue area where you can order your own barbecue package to celebrate with friends, to eat some meat and to have some beers. A wonderful place.
Okay, cool. And actually they are famous for the Seef beer. That's the first beer they made that we are drinking right now. And you can find it almost everywhere in Antwerp these days.
I must say this became one of the sea beers of Antwerp because it's kind of an old recipe. Probably it dates back of the 16th century.
Okay.
Where
they have good taste in 16th century.
Yeah, and the history goes that there were a lot of pandemics. This was a beer named Seef beer because it was safe to drink in that time. So that's a little bit the history about Seef beer.
Is it still safe to drink?
I hope so.
I must say it has a really good taste. I often order it when I go to a pub. I prefer it. I also like to drink a pils, but this has a little bit more taste. Is a little bit more in depth than regular pils, right?
I think very specific is the buckwheat that is used here. They also used oats to make it more creamy.
Okay.
You have the typical banana esters in the beer. You have vanilla, you have clove. So this is really a beer with a lot of depth. And as you say, it's very easy drinking. It's good beer.
The second beer that we're drinking is Het Eilandje. Is it the reference to the neighborhood?
Cheers. Yeah, definitely. This is the beer named after Eilandje, and Eilandje is the new hotspot in Antwerp since years. Maybe you can tell something more about this region.
Yeah, it's actually the north of Antwerp. You have a lot of bars, a lot of restaurants. There used to be nothing here, but now it's booming. You have good restaurants, and you have Mas. It's a very nice museum that you can visit, and which really is a landmark now from the north of Antwerp.
Exactly, and we also have the Red Star Line Museum here. I can refer later on with another beer, but this style of beer, do you know NEIPA, what it's about?
I know IPA, but what is NEIPA?
NEIPA is the New England IPA. It's very fruity, it has lots of hops, but it's not that bitter. So
it's more exotic. I have a little bit of a pineapple feeling to it.
They say a lot of exotic fruits, and these are really the hops that are giving all those aromatic flavors. You have coconut, you have pineapple, mango, all those things, and you feel in this glass. Yeah, it's really an exotic trip. It's a little bit rainy and cloudy now today, but you feel like now you're on holiday.
It's not actually the Blue Lagoon, but we'll take it. Here's beer, Bootjes beer.
Bootjes beer is named after the Red Star Line, which you see here on the artwork. And we also have a museum here in the neighborhood.
It's the Red Star Line Museum. And it's a dedication of the people who went to United States 150 years ago to find a new life, to find happiness.
It was all about the American dream. I think millions of Europeans took the Red Star Line to go to United States. It was New York and I think also Philadelphia. There's maybe also a nice trivia about it.
Who was the most famous passenger of the Red Star Line?
Yeah, you had Albert Einstein. He was kind of regular passenger. Like most of the passengers, they did it only once to go to the United States. But Einstein, he was one of the passengers that regularly took this boat.
Very smart. What do you think of the beer, Seef?
Yeah, the beer, I must say it's a spiced amber ale. And what's very specific are the spices. Yeah, you have coriander and cilantro. I think it is more the steels of the coriander.
Okay.
But yeah, you have coriander and ginger, what is very specific in this beer. Also, if you have an amber ale, you have more the bready, the toastiness in the beer.
Yeah, a nice beer to drink. It's also close to the museum, thus you can make a perfect combo, visiting the brewery and the museum.
This brings us to the next beer.
Which is Radio Minerva. It's actually based on an old radio station.
This was the 40th celebration of Radio Minerva. It's a kind of radio here in Antwerp, which only has the old classics and the crooners. So, yeah.
Can I politely say that it's more for old people?
Maybe it's for seniors, but interesting is that they call the people of Antwerp the senioren, the seniors. So, yeah, it has something to do with it.
And it's on Linkeroever. It's on the other side of the river, and I used to live there, so I used to pass there a lot. It still exists, right? Radio Minerva.
Yeah. If you go to, they call it the beach of Sint Anneke. It's like a little beach here in the center of Antwerp.
Very small beach.
Very interesting place. But the style of this beer is a triple. And this is also kind of interesting because this triple has only 7% of ABV, which is quite low. Most triples are about 8%.
Yeah.
And this triple has red fruit in the nose. And
It's a little bit sweeter.
yeah,
I like it. Sander, final beers.
the last two beers of Antwerp Brew Company, the Lucie's.
You have to do it like this, eh? Because I'm drinking the Pater and you're drinking Lucie's.
Yeah, that's right. Lucie's is kind of special beer. It's a beer used with teas. So it's kind of blend of teas, and it makes the beer kind of bitter.
Okay.
Very special.
Can I taste it? What do you think? Is it your favorite, Seef?
I must say, this is really a strong beer, but it's very likable.
Yeah, and it has really the aroma of tea. Eh?
Yeah.
We taste something extra, something additional, I think. The second one, the only brown beer that they have, and I'm a lover for brown beers, is Nonkel Pater, which means Uncle Father. And I must say, for me, this is my favorite. It's really rich. It has a really nice winter feeling to it. So, if I have to choose between all of the beers, I'll take this one.
This one is a Trappist style. It means it has a mixture of the double and also quadruple. It has the typical burnt flavors of the malt. It has a very rich palette of flavors.
It's very good. Do you want
And-
to taste it?
Of course.
I want something coffee-like, something chocolate-like, but it's not too sweet. Of course, it's a brown beer. It has some sweetness to it, but it's okay. It's not like really sugary, but really rich, really in-depth. I think all the beers have a nostalgic feeling with the really 50s artwork that they use. If I have to choose, for me it's Nonkel Pater. I'm a brown beer lover. But if I go to a pub, I'll drink a Seef beer any day. I think they are really rich, well-thought beers. And I think you have to visit the brewery because it's an adventure to try them all. So I would say cheers.
Cheers. Yeah. Always dreaming about hope, new
Hope, not hop.
future. And about style, we have here a ginger amber.
What do you think of it?
Kunt je zo de bloopers